Good morning, Aries. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from beautiful Little Moonrise Cottage. Hope everyone is doing really well out there. Coming to you for your reading, Heart and Soul. My guides are saying this morning, Heart and Soul. So we're going to talk about you and your love life, and we'll look into your partner. I'm going to pull some oracle cards just to give us an overview of the energy that you're dealing with. And then we're going to jump into the little golden tarot. Call that my race card deck because it's so adorable and the cards just literally jump out. And then we're gonna, when we finish, we're gonna pick from the bag of runes just to get a last bit of advice about how to go forward, or the energy, what you need to know about. So this is for Aries, August 16th through the 22nd. I'm a little behind this week. I've had a very full week, all kinds of things going on and unanticipated. This, my guides are saying the stuff of life. So if you're new and you don't know a lot about me, I am best described in a sense as an intuitive clairvoyant, and I work with some universal energy. People call it guides. I'm very clairvoyant. So I ask the universe to pull the cards, my guides, so to speak. And then I'm just the storyteller, okay? So I'm going to pick from the animal medicine deck. That's interesting. So we've got crow and hummingbird. Interesting. All right, let me shuffle a couple more times. So crow is about shamanism. It's about deep self-knowledge. It's about shape-shifting, changing yourself in shamanic ways, beginning to know the secret laws of the universe, things like that. And look, raven. So I believe that's where the universe wants to go with this. So let's take it. So raven is a mystical bird. My guides are saying it's akin to Scorpio energy. So let's just take a look, okay, quickly. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I use just the animal medicine cards. It's a very old deck that I have by Jamie Sams and David Carson. I've had this for a long, long time. I really love it, and I think I've used it long enough that the energy for the readings is just kind of imbued into it. So let's just check in a little bit about Raven. Okay. So Raven is about magic. And my guides are talking about the differentiation between crow and raven. Both are very shamanistic characters. Raven carries the medicine of magic. According to many cultures all across the planet over many eons, very sacred medicine ways, and to honor Raven as a bringer of magic is to know the unknowable. So, Raven will help you to realize your inner fears or your self-created demons can be relieved of you, my guides are saying. So it's powerful magic, powerful medicine. It can help you, give you the courage to enter the darkness of the void. And my guides are saying your own void, which is the home of all that is not yet informed. So the void is called the Great Mystery. It existed before all other things, and it still exists now. So the Great Spirit lives inside this void, the darkness out of which the light comes. And if Raven has appeared in your spread, you are about to experience a change in consciousness. So this may involve walking inside a great mystery in your own life, on another path, perhaps at the edge of time. It would portend a signal that says you have earned the right to see and experience a little more of life's magic. So it goes on like that for a couple pages. And I think what I want to do, my guides are telling me this morning to pick an animal medicine card for your partner. Okay? Because I think, you know what I think, Aries? I think we're going deep. All right, Spirit. What is it you want to say about Aries' partner? Please, on this day, give us a little bit of information for the week of August 16th about Aries and their partner. Wow. Okay. Black Panther. I like that. So we are speaking about healing, about bringing things forward out of the void. So whoever it is you're connecting with, and this can, like all readers say, all that my guides are saying, all that jazz, this could be vice versa. You'll have to apply it to your own circumstances. And, time is fluid. My guides are saying time doesn't really exist. It's just something that we make up to organize our lives. So, which means anytime you stumble across this, if it speaks to you, take the message and apply it in whatever way it works. So we have two people who are doing their best to contact the void, basically, and they're feeling magic unfolding in their lives, perhaps because of the presence of each other, but maybe it's just happening, and it is what brought you to each other. So let's just take a quick look at Black Panther. Very similar message, but we're talking about air energy in a way here, and we have Black Panther. That's Earth. That's as Earth as you can get, in a sense. Okay, so just give me a sec to turn the pages. Yeah, okay. So whoever this person is that you're connecting with, Black Panther medicine is about embracing the unknown. Black Panther slid silently through the bayou. Her golden eyes were catching the starlight. Her midnight fur soundlessly rippled over her stealthy sinew, muscle, and bone. She and her mate were the last of their kind. So I'm going to skip ahead because, again, I think this is a 2 or 3 page reading. So the native peoples called her clan the Black Panther people, and her tribe was known as the Midnight, or the Black Jaguar to the Maya. The color black is honored by the red race because darkness is the place for seeking and finding answers, for accepting healing, and for accessing the hidden light of truth. Black Panther teaches us through our dreams to delve into the places within ourselves that need healing. If Black Panther has appeared in your spread, it may be telling you not to worry about the future. Trust that you are not supposed to mentally figure it out. You may need to confront fears of the unknown, of being less than you truly are, but it is time to embrace it and allow yourself to be. Let go of your fears, whatever obstacles they may cause, whatever barriers. It is time to embrace the unknown and flow with the mystery that is unfolding in your life. So, really beautiful. I like that. Thank you, Spirit. So, let's pick a card. I'm going to grab a card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck about you, Aries, about Raven. What's the magic? What's the healing? What is happening? Where are you going? My guides are saying, where are you going, Aries? And we know you're going deep. Okay, well, thank you, Spirit. Hang on. A couple of things came out here. Let's see what that is. Oh, okay, that's the shaman's drum. So we are talking about your beating heart. There's something very deep and very mystical coming into your heart chakra. And it is causing you to take a sacred journey. It is why we have air energy here. And if you look deeply into the drum, we see it there as well. Look at that. Beautiful. So I'm going to just pop that right up there. Let's see what else is here. Yeah. All right, 2 things. Hang on. So I think there's a mystical journey that you and your partner are taking as individuals, and you are going to be connecting in the most sacred of ways. I think we see the tree of life there, and then we see Crow. So Crow is all about the sacred laws of the universe, messages from the divine. It is said that the sacred laws are bound in a book that is covered in crow feathers. So I'm going to read that to you a little bit. I like that the tree of life came out aligned with your partner after we're talking about the bayou. So I think this drum and the crow go together. My guides are saying they are representations of each other. So I want to just open the book and read to you a little bit so you can differentiate. And then we're going to jump in. Crow medicine is about the laws of the universe. So there's a medicine story that tells of Crow's fascination with her own shadow. She kept looking at it, scratching it, pecking at it until her shadow woke up, became alive. And then Crow's shadow ate her. And so Crow is now dead Crow. Crow is known as the left-handed guardian. If you look deeply into Crow's eye, you will have found the gateway to the supernatural. Crow knows the unknowable mysteries of creation and is the keeper of all sacred laws. Since Crow is the keeper of sacred law, Crow can also bend the laws of the physical universe and shapeshift. This ability is rare and unique. Few adepts exist in today's world, and fewer still have mastered Crow's art of shapeshifting. This art includes doubling or being in two places at once, consciously, taking on another physical form. Crow medicine is the protector of the sacred laws. So it is important to remember that human law is not the same as sacred law. More so than any other medicine, Crow sees the physical world and even the spiritual world as humanity interprets them. Both are an illusion. There are billions of worlds. There are an infinity of creatures. There are an infinitude of creatures, and Great Spirit is within all. So Crow is an omen of change, also living in the void with Raven. It is time to pause, reflect on how you see the laws of Great Spirit in relation to the laws of humanity. Crow medicine signifies a first-hand knowledge of a higher order of right and wrong than that which is created in human culture. Remember that Crow looks at the world first with one eye and then with the other. It is time to learn into your personal integrity and develop a will that comes out of the true mystery of existence. Beautiful. All right, so whoever this person is clearly that you're connecting with, somebody really deep, somebody who carries magic, and my guys are saying, and that's on both sides of the equation, okay? So you're walking, in a sense, you're walking through the jungle of life. My guys are talking about as if you really went on an adventure into the Amazon or something like that, and you were with a group of shaman, learning the things that you know nothing about, all the things that don't exist in the world that you have, and things like that. So I want to take a quick look at drum, because there is a drum beating. Something's beating. We can see it in the reading. So the rhythm of the drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe. All right, thank you, Spirit. The drum invites you to take the next bold step on your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against what is coming in your direction. The current of this river of information will take you exactly where you want to go. It's time to collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it's going to be a wild and glorious journey. It is time to allow yourself to be carried away by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. So this week, mystical energy available to you and your partner. Very interesting. My guys are asking me to grab something. They're calling it the Initiator. I call this card that's coming out now the theme of the reading. That's what my guys want to speak to you about. We know already, don't we? Some of you are going very deep. And I think my guys are saying, remember to pay close attention to your emotions, to your thoughts, to your dreams, to the little teeny tiny mystical things that happen in your life over this next week. Okay, what's that? Yeah, look. Beautiful. Do you see that? Okay, so this is the Woman of Art, Queen of Cups, in the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck. The Woman of Art, her story was that she was a human woman. She had a very mystical existence, and it was her destiny to turn into a river. And it was along that river, the River Boyne, in Ireland, that the Sacred Passage tombs and many of the sacred sites grew up as her energy continued to flow across the land, out of her bringing nourishment. We see that she has a bowl of milk. In her hands, the sun's coming up. It's blue sky. We have Cancer in the North Node. So it's affecting you, Aries, this week, you and your loved one, and it's taking you deep. And so, the second piece of advice, I guess, in a general way, my guides are saying, just alerting you. They're just alerting you. There's a drumbeat from the universe. It's coming from within you, and you are picking up on it. So we have your partner, we have you, and then we have this energy. I think this is the energy of the universe. So we're talking about the sacred laws, the sacred magic, the drumbeat of the universe that's going on within you, like it was within her, that caused her destiny to come forward as a sacred being. The tree of life, right? The deep, beautiful, mystical place of the Amazon jungle. So there is clearly something coming forward for each of you as individuals, and also between you, and is drawing you together. I think part of what's happening this week is that whatever is mystical within each of you, you complement each other, and you are also very different. You are from different, okay, my guides are using lots of words, but I'll just use the commonly available words, all right? You are of different points in the universe. You reflect each other beautifully. You feel each other's energy beautifully, but you are not of the same world. So you may be with somebody who's from a really different culture or who has very different beliefs on the surface, but underneath it all, you're very connected. You understand each other. And it is the drum beat of these things in these moments when the universe is drawing you together. I think for a somewhat common place of meeting, because you are meant to inform each other. That's what's going on. So here we have this notion about love energy, and there's a decision that has to be made within your relationship. So again, we see a woman sitting in front of the water element. She is actually divining from these 2 points in the universe. That's what she's doing. There are some decisions that need to be made, and it's not about not being able to make the decision or blocking your heart. This woman is literally pulling energy in from the universe, 2 different points of knowing from the sacred realm, to fill herself with that so that she can understand where and how she's going to use her energy, and how this and how the energy of the relationship, I think, is going to serve each other, because I believe that you are serving each other in a very mystical way this week in the relationship. Yeah, because you feel these energies very deeply. So this row that we're going to develop down here, if you're new to my readings, that's your energy. That's what my guides want to talk about. This is your human experience. So you're feeling yourself perhaps standing in a very new place. No doubt, as you should be, with these energies that are going on. You're holding the world in your hand. You're holding your knowledge about this world. And you are connected to the sacred realm. You have your wand in your hand. And there we see the wand of spirit. And you stand between the 2. So I think you're going across, or you're going to experience some very mystical feelings. And you look out into the mystical realm, really. And again, this man is looking out into the water elements. Fascinating, isn't it, Aries? As a fire sign, there you are in your station, in your fire sign energy with the wands. But where you are going is into the mystical realm of the waters, the unknowable. Really beautiful. And you just ponder, because all this is going on. You're just standing in it, pondering. Thank you, Spirit. What should be my next step? Oh, there. I don't even need to say anything about it. So just what I was talking about. Thank you. That's my guides just sort of confirming. They're calling me the chirp, what I'm chirping about. All right. You're concerned. It may be that this kind of a journey is a little frightening to you, and it may be that you're feeling some confusion and some lack of trust. And I think it's in those moments that definitely we need to go into the mystical realm, in a sense. Perhaps inside of yourself, definitely, but also inside with your partner. And maybe ask them and just express, look, I'm feeling insecure. I'm feeling a lack of trust. Or perhaps I've done something. Out of my confusion, perhaps I have committed an action that is not ethical or that I don't feel good about. And it's, like I just said, and it's dogging me. You're looking back at it, trying to figure out, now what do I do? So there's something going on. But the advice that's coming through is, all right, we're humans. We do our best, most of us, most of the time. Sometimes we get confused. We don't know what to choose. It's maybe a little bit overwhelming. Yeah, look. So you sweethearts are pardon me, are having some issues, aren't you? Something's going on, trying to decide. So I think there's actually an enormous amount of love in this. Yeah, an enormous amount of love and passion. Enormous amounts in this relationship. But there's something that you need to work through, and you got to take it to the mystical realm, Aries. All right. You got to allow it, because there's your desire. You have to allow it to be what it is in this moment. I think that's the message. And just do your work. Pardon me, I have to get a little sip of tea. All right. Because you love this person in a mystical way. And it is the drumbeat of the universe, the heartbeat of the universe, the sacred laws, the mysteries of the universe, including the tree of life here on this earth, that draws you together. And Raven, we don't see very often. Black Panther, a skittish creature, not skittish, but a creature of the night. Doesn't show itself very much. So you may be trying to draw each other out. It's causing some distress. Maybe the intensity of the connection has caused some behavior coming out of confusion because you're trying to figure out what to do, and maybe you misstep, and your partner may feel betrayed. You may feel betrayed in some way. And I think it's a period of working it out, whatever it is. Pardon me. All right, Spirit, can we have, yeah, look. Ooh, that just jumped right into my hand. Look at that. So, the Emperor, somebody is really wanting, I guess it's you, Aries, because you're an Aries, really wanting to create stability. You want to create something good, but because maybe you're a little rigid, you're not used to flying into the mystical realm. Some of you. Right? We just think of the Emperor just sitting on its chair. I think you're being very firm. There's something going on. Your partner may be feeling that you're too rigid, that you got to shake it off. The Emperor, not used to doing that, not used to just being in the flow. They're set in their ways, aren't they? And it's giving you some anxiety, this mystical moment, I think, where you may be doing a life review even. All right, Spirit, please give us some more cards. Beautiful Aries, what is it they need to know? My gods, we're talking about the capstone of the week. Give us a little more information. Give us an outcome card for Aries for the week of August 16th through the 22nd, please, Spirit. What does Aries need to know? What is it we can tell them? Okay, thank you. All right. So, yeah, it's just celebrate. Understand that sometimes, whatever this is about, you're going to come to celebration because we see you're going to come through this decision making. Do you see all this? You're going to, you know what, Aries? I think you're going to screw up. No offense. You're going to do something. And maybe you've already done it, right? Because of the progression of this, you're in a new place. It did cause you some confusion. You might have done something because you were afraid, because of your anxiety, because maybe you don't know how to operate in this place where you're standing. And so maybe you're trying to do it with deceit to protect yourself, and that fails, and it leaves you here. And do you see how these two are together? So, you're going into the universe. Whatever this is about, whatever occurred. This is the foibles of your human life, I think. And it is from this state of anxiety. You're going to apply yourself really deeply, I think, to the mystical realm. And you're asking, do you see this? How the progression is. You're really feeling anxious. There's saying anxiety about setting off on the first steps of this new life. And maybe it's the old stuff that's keeping you in chains in a way. And you're just going to go really deeply inward. You're going to face it. I think that's what this is about. And you are going to come to some point of inspiration with the Ace of Wands about your passion, about that which you love, about what you can create. So you're going to be connecting with the mystical realm because this is your desire. You want to be able to make the correct choices because whoever this partner is, you have a very deep and abiding love for them. So my guides just said you have to relearn yourself. And Aries, my guides are just saying, well, there you are. So it's time to shake it off. Because the Emperor, who may fly on the raven magic and respond to the beating of the drum, cannot sit in that chair. He's got to get up and walk out in the mystical realm. And when that happens, so this is what I call your heart and soul chakra up here. What's the divine want? What do you want from the divine? And you want to come to a place of celebration. So I think you're learning. You are relearning how to be a human, how to be a sacred being in a human form. Because everything that you've been doing, it's not working anymore, is it, Aries? It's time for change because of what you really want. And I think that you are allowing yourself, my guides are saying, allow yourself to be the river, allow yourself to flow into the energy of the heart, the sacred mystical heart, so that you can come to this celebration. So maybe a little bit of a rough week. And, if there are people out there who are cheating or really doing something nefarious and you're doing it, it's going to come to no good. You're not going to be able to tolerate yourself doing that stuff. You just won't, because it's going to just mess up everything with this partner. So you may find that, pardon me, that with this partner, you can't carry on as you normally did. So let's look at them. Let me see what kind of love are they bringing. I'm going to grab something from the Beautiful Journey of Love Oracle. Look. Let's see if I can find a place where there's no glare. Okay. So self-initiation. Your partner, whoever this person is very self-directed and very intent on this deep mystical process that they're on. So I do think that when you have two people who are very they're engaged in, my guides are saying, they're self-involved because they are evolving. And necessarily, both of you are doing it because it is through that action, through that dedication to yourself, that you're going to be able to come together. So maybe you have to learn. My guides are saying you have to learn how to weather the storm of this in your life and whatever missteps you make along the way. Because you really want to, you want to get hold of it, Aries. You really want to master this new place where you're sitting. But you're going to fall down. I think some of you are just going to fall down a little bit. And so there's your partner, right? Destiny. Because of the self-initiation, they're moving forward. And look, they're moving forward with water energy in your direction. Really interesting, Cancer, right? Okay, Spirit, give us a little more info. Yeah, same thing. This just jumped. So, Earth energy, feeling a little off kilter. Two of Pentacles, doing their best to balance. So I think both of you are. And if you can, if some arguments, which is highly likely, I think, come up, give them to the sacred realm. Try to be soft, flow into each other, and understand that these challenges that are on the surface are only challenges that are on the surface, my guides are saying. Because deep down, you're both trying to flow into each other's lives. And it is the right thing to do, pardon me, to stand in your own life. First, you have to be yourself. You have to find yourself. Okay, Spirit, please give us some more information about the lover of beautiful Aries. What is this person trying to do? What's their intention? Yeah, look. So, it's really interesting. Secrets, right? Full moon just passed. Secrets are coming out. I think because of this shift and change in both of you, there's a lot that you must reveal to each other. And I think it's just bringing you some anxiety. I think you're going to have some arguments because you're both going to stand in your place and say, this is what I need, this is what I want, and this is who I am. And maybe I've never shown myself to you this way. Okay, my guys are saying, okay, and that's the last card. Yeah, look. So that's what you're both trying to get to. I like this. So look how beautiful. So, you're trying to become the cup. Well, your partner trying to become the cup, wanting to offer the cup. But before they offer the cup, do you see how this is stacked up? They want victory. They want balance. They want the secrets to come out. And I think some of the secrets are secrets about the deepest regions of your own beings, if you will. This person wants victory. Very definitely. And they want victory, pardon me, in becoming their own cup. They want to be directed by the divine. They want to fill their own cup with the sacred knowledge because of what is coming forward as a result of being in each other's lives. And they want to be able to offer their cup. I think they're developing their cup. And they have to become vulnerable to you. It can be challenging if you're really literally going through an initiation and there's somebody there that you're trying to love and be with and communicate with. If at all possible, here's what's coming through. If at all possible, acknowledge yourself to each other. Create some time where you can flow together. Yeah, you're going to have to attend to these things, but it's time to just acknowledge the inner secrets that you each have, the things you're afraid of. Maybe you're afraid to show yourself to each other fully. It's often the case in my guys just said it's often the case in human beings. You able to show yourselves the tender side of you to another person, or do you have to stand in your power and create a situation in which you can't reach each other? So, sage words. I like this. Spirit, give us something from the bag of runes, please, about this beautiful couple. And as all readers say, this could be anything. It could be in your professional life. Maybe you're trying to change yourself and go in a new direction. And what is represented by your lover is the energy of the pathway that you're trying to set up. So, could be your family, could be anybody. But somehow with another person, you're going on some kind of a mystical journey. Yeah, okay. Beautiful. So I'm going to put this right here between the two of you. I'm going to read it right from the book. So I used the beautiful little tiny Book of Runes by Ralph Blum. Ralph has crossed over to the other side. He's no longer with us, but he left this beautiful work of art. So this is the rune for journey. Check it out. So within the structure of this rune, there is the rune for joy. So I believe, and we see this, it's just time to flow. Straight, whatever part of you comes straight out of the universe, that's what's meant to flow out of you and into you, I think, in this week coming forward. So, yeah, it's about, this is Rado, sorry. It's about journey. It's about communication. It's about union. And it's about reunion. In a very mystical way. And maybe it's the mystical parts of each other that are on the surface right now. And you're meant to share that with your mate, whoever it is. There's no more hiding it, I think. When you do that, yeah, my guides are saying, when you try to hide this, part of yourself because you're protecting it, or you're new to it. My guides are saying you're new to it, and you make some fumbles, and maybe some challenges come forward in the relationship, but the intentions and the desires are pure. That's what my guides are saying. And I think that's why we see the cards come out the way they are. So the message is just follow the drumbeat. Stay in line with the sacredness of your being. Understand you're connected to the web of life. And it is an initiation, clearly, I think, for each of you. So the rune is concerned with communication, with the attunement of something that has two sides, two elements, and with the ultimate union that comes at the end of any journey, when what is above and what is below are united and of one mind. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Spirit. Inner worth mounts. At such a time, you are not intended to rely entirely upon your own power. Instead, ask what constitutes right action. Ask through prayer or meditation, through addressing the witness self, the teacher within. See, that's what this is literally about. Something powerful going on between the two of you. You can feel the energy swirling. So, go inward, the witness self, the teacher, and once you are clear, you can neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you. Aries, you're just being stubborn. I mean, I'm an Aries rising, I know, right? So there's something you're needing to let go of in order for your ability to flow into the situation, to really to actually be able to receive and celebrate the gift that you're being given. So when you are able to neutralize your refusal to let right action flow through you, be content to wait. And while you wait, keep on removing resistances. And as the obstructions give way, all remorse arising from trying to make things happen disappears. Thank you, Spirit. That's what this is about. You're just Aries. I think your emotions are turned on in a way that is intense, and you're having a little bit of a freak out. Some of you, not all of you. We all know, anybody who watches enough tarot, we know all the implications of these cards. But when we see this is why I pull these. When we see this, and then this is what your soul, your heart, soul chakra wants, and this is the prophecy about turning into this beautiful being that flows love energy. And we have Cancer in the North Node. We also have Chiron in Aries. So there's a lot of healing going on. I think this is a reflection of that. And it's about what you draw to yourself as you go through your own initiation and come into communication with the drumbeat of the universe. So the journey is toward, towards self-healing, self-change, and union. You are concerned here with nothing less than unobstructed, perfect union. But the union of heaven and earth cannot be forced. It is time to regulate all the excesses in your life. Material advantages must not weigh heavily on this journey of the self toward the self. It is time to stand apart, even from like-minded others. The notion of strength in numbers does not apply at this time. For this part of the journey, the soul's journey, cannot be shared. Thank you, Spirit. Just exactly what I was thinking. Intuiting, I guess. Thank you. So, I think that's what brings some of the challenges. It's really hard to share this because you are meant to be cycling into the universe for your own private journey. And yet, there's somebody standing in your sphere that you want to connect with in a way that is deep, driven, immense amounts of love, bringing some confusion because you're trying to connect to each other while you're meant to go out as individuals into the universe, to flow into the universe, to collect your healing and collect your initiation. And so you're listening to the drumbeat of the universe. You're in a very mystical state in some way. And yet there's this person standing there and you see each other. And I think you're mesmerized. I think you're just mesmerized. So, make an agreement. Look, right now, I'm right there. And yet, I'm not. So trust me. Let's give each other our trust, and we'll go through the shift and change that we're meant to go through this week. And then next week will come, and we can take a deep breath and have a cup of tea and have a chat about what's going on inside of us as individuals and what we feel about this connection. It's that deep, I think. So, you got to figure out, do you want material advantages or do you want spiritual knowledge? So that's why you have to stand apart, which means just take your journey. Your own soul's journey cannot be shared because this is one of the cycle runes, and it carries within it the rune for joy. Because now the end is in sight. You are no longer burdened by what you've left behind. Heaven above you and earth below you unite within you to support you on your way. There is a simple prayer for the soul's journey. It is this: I will to will thy will. It is a prayer of intention, and such a prayer is proper on any occasion and is particularly appropriate as a preamble to healing. So I hope I've parsed that out well enough. I guess the only other thing I would say is the amount of energy that I'm feeling. Because, I feel that because of the cards we're seeing here, it can feel distressing. There's some distressing energy, while at the same time, you're just going straight across the universe. And I think you're seeking some help. You may be connecting with somebody that with whom you've had a lot of conflict. And you may be connecting with somebody, if you're already in a bond with this person, the bond is being challenged. It's meant to shift and grow and change, stretch. And I'm just going to say what just came to me. The old crap is not going to work anymore. You have to shift and change. And when you shift and change and you come into this inspiration, it brings all this happiness, and that's your new foundation. And your new foundation looks like this. Okay, Aries? So do your best to meet yourself. Give yourself the time that you need. Allow yourself to feel this mystery that's happening and understand your partner's doing the same thing. And my guys just said, and that's the place you should connect this week. You're not going to be working out all your problems. I think they're going to come to the surface. Very definitely. They're going to come to the surface. So just my guides are saying, just be with it in a Zen way, so that you can experience the wisdom that's inside the conflicts, whatever they may be, and try to be patient with yourself. Do your own process. Come together when you can. Acknowledge the sacredness of the moment, and that's what's going to get you through. Because I think you're coming through. You're just really on a sacred journey. So Aries, have a wonderful week. That's a lot. It's kind of heavy magic, my guides are saying. It's a lot. Trust the process. And as always, put some comments below in the message section. I'd love to know your feedback. I'd love to know what's going on with everyone. And take a minute right now, please. Just pause for a second and click the like button for me. And I look forward to seeing what happens next week when we get back and find out how the week went. So thanks a lot, Aries. I'll talk to you soon.